there's never a bad moment with Karoline Leavitt. She is just so good at her job. And there was all this talk yesterday about how there was a mistake made, that we're sending people to El Salvador who shouldn't be going there. And Democrats are just hell bent on defending gang members. It's a weird hill to die on, but this is what they've chosen to do. And so Karoline was asked about that yesterday, and she laid down the facts.
Jeff.
Just changing subjects for 1 second. The administration has expressed a complete confidence in how all the deportation flights to El Salvador were conducted. But now that the administration has conceded that there was an error of one Salvadoran national, will there be any reviews conducted? And does the president express any thoughts on the one error that was disclosed in court last night?
Well, first of all, the error that you are referring to was a clerical error. It was an administrative error. The administration maintains the position that this individual who was deported to El Salvador and will not be returning to our country was a member of the brutal and vicious MS-13 gang. That is fact number one. Fact number two, we also have credible intelligence proving that this individual was involved in human trafficking. And fact number three, this individual was a member, actually a leader of the brutal MS-13 gang, which this president has designated as a foreign terrorist organization. Fact number four is that foreign terrorists do not have legal protections in the United States of America anymore. And it is within the president's executive authority and power to deport these heinous individuals from American communities. It is a promise he campaigned on. It is a promise he is keeping. And every single person in this room should be grateful for that, considering especially MS-13 is very prevalent and prominent here in the District of Columbia, in Maryland, and in Virginia. And the president, the attorney general, everyone who has been involved in these operations is focused on eradicating these criminals and terrorists from our communities.
I wonder if she winds up. She winds up in her head. You know, she does like a wind up and then you pow, like when she gets out there. Cause you can see something going on in her head when she's sitting there listening to all the dumbasses that are asking her questions. There's something going on in there, a lot going on, but she's just like, God, I have to answer you again.
And she just never, there's never any hesitation like there was with me just now, right? I mean, when she speaks, it is as if she is reading a script when she's not.
Yeah.
Like she's so good at her job.
And there's no binder. Remember the binder?
No, I mean, there is a binder, but she doesn't rely on it.
But do you remember the flipping of the binder and the absolute colossal dumbassery that was the last one? Oh, she couldn't even speak.
She was worthless.
Awful. Yeah.
I wish there was a way to have some sort of a press secretary cage match, just a competition of them answering questions and just having it on display how different they are.
All we have to do is just take old video and the present video, and there's no contest. There's just, I would
love to see them answer the same question back to back. You know what I mean?
It's like putting a lightweight and a heavyweight in a match. You can't.
Yeah.
There's no match there.
Yeah. Anyway, so she's awesome, as we just displayed. And the results at the border, speaking of deportations, the results at the border continue to be absolutely incredible. There is just a couple hundred of people that they're encountering at the border per day, per week, compared to literally thousands per day. I mean, the numbers are astronomical. And Brett Baer was answering a question about that on one of the Fox shows yesterday. Here he is.
This is a big change.
It's a stunner, Bill. It really is. And for all of the talk, remember, of President Biden saying, I've done all I can do, and the administration and the Biden administration saying you have to have congressional action and a piece of legislation to be able to change the numbers on the border. What we've seen just in a few weeks is the numbers have changed significantly by the executive actions of the Trump administration.
Yeah.
Yep. We just needed a new president.
That's it. Oh my God. And again, Democrats will not give him a win for this. They won't even credit him for this.
And I'm glad that he brought up what they used to say, because we've got a clip from Kamala and from Biden, which I'll just let play, together, because just remembering what freaking liars they were is incredible.
Trump on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk.
Oh my God.
Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
Every day between now and November, the American people are going to know that the only reason the border is not secure is Donald Trump and his rowdy Republican friends.
Can you
Complete
even?
moron? Yeah, and I'd really like to ask Texas Democrats how they feel about that, because it's secure at the Texas border. It is for all intents and purposes. So how do they feel about that? You know, because there are a lot of all the libs living in Austin. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah,
Silence.
no one is talking about it. It's so
No.
weird.
Silence.
So weird.
Uh-huh.
Last clip about deportations and numbers of them. This was just a super, super funny clip, and I'm not even sure when it's from, but it is in a Senate hearing, and somebody's being questioned who is very, very much against deportations and thinks it's super mean for Trump to deport, potentially millions of people. And so he got really good. Check this out.
Immigration activist doesn't know how to react when Senator Tillis confronts him with reality.
How many illegal immigrants being deported by the new administration would you find objectionable? Mr. Melnick, I'll ask you, 1 million?
I think 1 million would be a disaster.
2 million?
I think that is enough that would have severe negative ramifications.
I'm not reading what Trump intends to do. I'm reading exactly what President Barack Obama did. Yeah. So you said President Obama was immoral and inappropriate to deport those 1 million people. Is that what I heard you say?
There were many people
it's a yes, no question. I would really appreciate it to say, if you would go out and say that the President Obama did a horrible disservice to those people he deported, and he's as wrong-minded as every other Republican who said we've got to secure the border, deport people, because you can't have one being okay and the other one not being okay.
I mean, they can, because they're Democrats, right? This is what they do. They're hypocrites, sir. Yeah.
I love that. That was such a snap moment.
And did you see what a beta that dude was?
Oh my God, so soy.
He was
soy.
like a 12-year-old wearing his dad's suit.
What I do know is that if you have a dog or a cat or kitty cat, you should be providing them with this amazing premium nutritional supplement created by the founder of Rough Greens, naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black. It gives your dog or cat all the vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, probiotics, and digestive enzymes that they need and that their dry kibble does not give them. Right. This is the green powder for your animals that brings their kibble to life. And you should try it at least for 90 days because you're going to notice some really, really positive impacts in 90 days. That's why Dr. Black is calling it the 90-day challenge, because in 30 days, you're going to see a shinier coat. You're going to see an increase in the energy. By 60 days, your dogs are going to see or are going to have stronger immune systems. There's going to be less shedding. They're going to have improved joint function. And by 90 days, they're going to be digesting better. They're going to have reduced inflammation. Their heart health is going to be improved. So all of these things are changes that you're going to see in your dog just from giving them that green powder that they love. And by the way, I don't know why I put this away. I don't know why I put that away. This is the size that you can get for free. This is a Jumpstart trial bag. You just cover shipping. You can get it for free at Rough Chicks, RUFF, chicks.com when you use code CHICKS.
Chicks, doggies.